Did you know that your date of birth holds secrets that can reveal your deepest nature and spiritual archetype? What if I told you that your date of birth is not just a mere coincidence, but has a significant meaning that shapes who you are and ensures your destiny? Today, we embark on a journey of self-discovery, intertwining the ancient wisdom of numerology with the profound insights of Buddhist philosophy. As we explore the hidden truths within your birth date, reflect on the qualities that define you, the emotional and spiritual energies that guide your path, and the unique journey that is yours alone to walk. Remember, every moment carries significance, and the moment of our birth is no exception. Each number resonates with a distinct energy, influencing not just the world around us, but the very core of our being. The Bodhisattva warriors. Those born on the 1st, 8th, 15th, and 26th embody the spirit of the Bodhisattva warrior, reminiscent of the great Buddhist figures who vowed to liberate all beings from suffering. These individuals radiate an unwavering determination, their ambition a beacon of hope in a world of impermanence. Their approach to life mirrors the Buddhist teachings on right effort, unyielding in their pursuit of truth and justice. In debates, they channel the wisdom of ancient Buddhist scholars, their arguments as precise and passionate as the sutras themselves. Yet, beneath this formidable exterior lies a wellspring of compassion, carefully guarded until trust is earned. The spiritual path of the Bodhisattva warrior is one of intense self-reflection and mastery, reminiscent of the Buddha's own journey to enlightenment. Their true strength emerges not from external conquests but from the battles waged within the mind. In the silence of meditation, they confront their fears, doubts, and the shadows of their psyche. This inner conflict is not a burden but a gateway to transformation, much like the trials Buddha faced under the Bodhi tree. The discipline they exhibit is a living embodiment of the Noble Eightfold Path, standing firm in their convictions even when faced with life's most challenging moments. Spiritually, the Bodhisattva warrior is called to understand and harness these inner battles, channeling their energy towards the greater good of all sentient beings. This insight encourages them to stand unwavering in their beliefs, leveraging their formidable will not for personal gain but for the collective enlightenment of all. Through this transformation, they achieve true greatness, embodying the essence of courage, resilience, and an indomitable spirit in service of others. Their journey serves as an inspiration, demonstrating that the most profound victories are those won within, where the conquest of one's own mind paves the way for a life lived with purpose, integrity, and an unshakable commitment to the Dharma. The Bodhisattva warrior reminds us that every challenge faced and every obstacle overcome is a step toward realizing our Buddha nature, where determination serves not just the self but all of creation. The compassionate healers. Those graced with birth on the 2nd, 6th, 16th, and 23rd embody the essence of the compassionate healer, individuals whose lives exemplify the Buddhist virtues of karuna, compassion, and metta, loving kindness. These souls navigate the world with a depth of empathy that mirrors the Buddha's infinite compassion for all sentient beings. Their sensitivity to the emotions of others is unparalleled, allowing them to perceive suffering and joy with clarity that many overlook. This emotional attunement, while challenging, is a gift that allows them to practice the Buddhist principle of alleviating suffering in all its forms. The healer's love is a manifestation of the four immeasurables in Buddhism: loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. Their approach to caring for others is not through grand gestures, but through mindful presence and small acts of kindness that speak directly to the heart. Curiosity drives them to explore the human condition, seeking to understand the root of suffering as the Buddha did, and to find pathways to liberation. This quest is not merely intellectual, it is a deeply personal journey to uncover the secrets of resilience and the nature of mind itself. The spiritual journey of the compassionate healer is one of continuous awakening and growth, marked by the understanding that true healing extends beyond the physical realm to encompass the mind and spirit. It reflects the Buddhist concept of interdependence, recognizing that the well-being of one is intrinsically linked to the well-being of all. The healer learns that their ability to aid others is intimately connected to their own practice of mindfulness and self-compassion. These empathic navigators, in their role as healers, are called to a life of profound service, embodying the Bodhisattva vow to liberate all beings from suffering. Their journey underscores the importance of compassion, understanding, and the courage to face the pain of others with an open heart. Yet it also serves as a reminder of the Buddhist middle way, emphasizing the importance of balance and self-care in the pursuit of helping others. Through their lives, the healer teaches us that the most powerful form of compassion is one that embraces both self and other, a harmony of giving and receiving that nurtures all it touches, much like the endless cycle of rebirth and renewal in Buddhist cosmology. The Enlightened Sages. Those born on the 3rd, 9th, 18th, and 25th walk the path of the Enlightened Sage, embodying the wisdom and insight of the great Buddhist teachers throughout history. These individuals approach life as a continuous journey towards enlightenment, their every action a step on the Noble Eightfold Path. Their attractiveness stems not from superficial qualities, but from the depth of their understanding and the authenticity of their being, reminiscent of the magnetic presence of the Buddha himself. The sage is marked by a resilience that reflects the Buddhist teaching of impermanence, facing life's challenges with equanimity and wisdom. They navigate complex philosophical territories with the ease of one who has glimpsed the true nature of reality, offering insights that resonate with the timeless truths of the Dharma. Their intelligence is not merely academic but deeply intuitive, allowing them to see beyond the veil of illusion to the interconnected nature of all things. Serving as advisors and guides, the enlightened sages naturally draw others seeking wisdom and understanding. Their role is an active engagement in the sharing of knowledge, understanding that wisdom, like the Dharma, is not to be hoarded but freely given for the benefit of all sentient beings. The spiritual insight of the sage archetype emphasizes the pivotal role of prajna, wisdom, and vipassana, insight, in transcending the cycle of samsara and confronting life's challenges. The enlightened sages remind us that the quest for knowledge and truth is both a personal pilgrimage and a communal journey, reflecting the Buddhist concept of sangha. Their lives teach us that wisdom is not just the accumulation of facts, but the application of understanding, compassion, and insight in service of humanity's collective awakening. Through their example, we learn that enlightenment is not a distant goal but a path we walk together, each step illuminated by the light of wisdom and the warmth of shared discovery, much like the Buddha's own journey of awakening and subsequent teaching. The Mindful Creators. Those graced with birth on the 4th, 10th, 17th, and 27th embody the archetype of the mindful creator, individuals who approach the act of creation as a form of meditation and spiritual practice. These souls navigate the world with an intrinsic humility that belies the depth of their creative power, reminiscent of the great Buddhist artists and craftsmen who saw their work as an expression of the Dharma. Mindful creators are characterized by a fascinating duality, the coexistence of diligence and moments of apparent inaction. This balance reflects the Buddhist concept of the middle way, where effort and ease are harmoniously blended. The periods of seeming inertia are often times of deep contemplation and incubation, where ideas take shape in the fertile ground of a quiet mind. Their hard work is driven not by attachment to outcomes, but by the joy of the creative process itself, a living embodiment of karma yoga, the path of selfless action. At the heart of the mindful creator's journey is a sense of wonder that mirrors the Buddhist appreciation for the present moment. This childlike awe remains undiminished, driving them to explore, imagine, and invent with the freshness of beginner's mind. It is through this lens of perpetual curiosity and mindful exploration that the Creator finds spirituality, experiencing the divine in the act of creation itself. The process of bringing something new into existence becomes a form of meditation, a celebration of the boundless potential of human consciousness. The spiritual insight guiding the mindful creator archetype is the recognition of creativity as a path to enlightenment. This perspective invites individuals to see their creative endeavors not just as pursuits of aesthetic or intellectual fulfillment, but as gateways to deeper understanding of the nature of reality. The act of creation becomes a means of exploring emptiness and form, transforming the mundane into expressions of the sublime. For these creative spirits, their journey is a testament to the belief that mindful creation is at the heart of the human experience. It is through the act of creating with awareness that they connect with something greater than themselves, finding in each work a reflection of the interconnected nature of all things. This spiritual practice of creation is not just about the products of their imagination, but about the process itself, the mindful bringing of new ideas into existence as an expression of their Buddha nature. Through their existence, the mindful creator reminds us that creativity is not a talent reserved for the few, but a fundamental aspect of what it means to be human. Their lives inspire us to embrace our own creative potential, to see in every act of creation a chance to touch the divine, and to recognize in the transformative power of mindful creativity a force that shapes not just our individual lives but the world itself, much like the ripples of compassion spreading from a single act of kindness. The Zen Masters. Those born on the 5th, 7th, 19th, and 28th walk the earth as embodiments of the Zen Master archetype, individuals who carry within them the essence of Buddhist wisdom and the paradoxical nature of Zen teachings. These silent warriors move through life with a stoic calm that masks the rich, contemplative world they inhabit. Their exterior silence is a reflection of the Buddhist practice of noble silence, concealing the intense spiritual quests and inner battles that define their journey. Zen Masters are characterized by their competitive nature, not in the worldly sense of rivalry, but as a profound drive to transcend their own limitations and directly experience the true nature of reality. This inner fire is directed towards the ultimate competition, the struggle against one's own delusions and attachments. Their journey is one of constant exploration, seeking not just to understand the mysteries of existence intellectually but to embody them fully, much like the great Zen masters of history who sought enlightenment through direct experience. The Zen masters' connection to the spiritual realm is visceral and immediate. They seek to become living expressions of Buddhist truths, their every action a teaching, every moment an opportunity for awakening. This deep connection fosters an air of mystery around them as they navigate realms of understanding that often defy conventional logic or explanation. Yet despite their profound inward focus, Zen masters are acutely aware of the interconnected nature of all things, constantly reflecting on their place within the greater web of existence and how their spiritual journey impacts the world around them. The spiritual insight guiding the Zen Master archetype encourages an exploration of reality that goes beyond conceptual understanding. It calls for a direct pointing to the nature of mind, bypassing intellectual constructs to touch the essence of being. This exploration is deeply personal, yet its implications are universal, offering insights not just into the self but into the fundamental nature of reality as described in Buddhist philosophy. For these silent warriors, their path as Zen masters is one of rigorous self-discipline and moments of profound insight. They remind us that the spiritual journey is not one of accumulation but of stripping away, not of conquest but of surrender. Their lives are a testament to the power of presence, not as a state to be achieved but as the ever-present reality waiting to be recognized. through their existence, the Zen Master inspires us to look beyond the surface of things, to seek direct experience of our true nature, and to understand that the deepest truths are often found in the spaces between thoughts, in the silence that underlies all phenomena. The contemplative hermits. Those graced with birth on the 11th, 24th, and 30th embody the essence of the contemplative hermit, reminiscent of the forest-dwelling monks of the Buddhist tradition. These individuals possess a depth that far exceeds their often understated exterior, finding in solitude and reflection the path to profound insight. Music serves as a Dharma gate for these souls, a medium through which they explore the impermanent and interconnected nature of all phenomena. In melodies and rhythms, they discover expressions of the Buddha's teachings on emptiness and form, using sound as a bridge to deeper understanding. The strength of the contemplative hermit lies not in outward displays, but in the unwavering nature of their inner practice. Like the great meditation masters of Buddhist history, they cultivate a resilience of spirit that guides them through life's challenges with equanimity and grace. Their preference for solitude is not a rejection of the world, but a means of engaging with it more deeply, seeking in quietude the insights that noise and distraction often obscure. In moments of stillness, contemplative hermits delve into the depths of their being, their practice a living embodiment of vipassana meditation. This introspective journey is a way of forging a more profound connection with the essence of reality itself, echoing the Buddha's own journey of self-discovery. Their unique style, both in thought and appearance, reflects an intentional approach to life, an external manifestation of their rich inner world and commitment to the Dharma. The hermit archetype in these reflective souls underscores the invaluable role of solitude and contemplation in the quest for enlightenment. It is in the silence of being alone that they find their most profound truths, touching the space of clear awareness that lies at the heart of Buddhist practice. This spiritual insight is not merely a byproduct of their solitude, but its very purpose, cultivating a space where wisdom can emerge naturally, where the voice of their true nature can be heard above the chatter of the conditioned mind. The spiritual journey of the contemplative hermit emphasizes the importance of retreat and reflection, not as an escape, but as a means of deeper engagement with the true nature of reality. It serves as a reminder that wisdom and insight often arise in the quiet moments, in the pause between breaths and meditation, in the space between thoughts where pure awareness resides. For these reflective souls, periods of solitude are opportunities for growth and discovery, for uncovering the inner truths that serve as a compass in navigating the complexities of samsara. Their lives are a testament to the power of introspection and the value of solitude in the spiritual journey, teaching us that in the quiet of our own company, we can discover the timeless wisdom that the Buddha pointed to over 2 millennia ago. The Dharma Teachers. Those born on the 12th, 13th, 21st, and 29th walk the path of the Dharma Teacher, embodying the spirit of the great Buddhist masters who have illuminated the way for countless seekers throughout history. These reliable innovators approach life with a meticulous mindfulness, their every action a reflection of the Buddha's teachings on right action and right livelihood. Their foundational trait of reliability extends beyond mere dependability. It is a manifestation of their unwavering commitment to the Dharma, offering a steady presence upon which others can rely for guidance and support. The supportiveness of the Dharma Teacher is a beacon of light in the lives of those they touch, providing a sense of stability and understanding that fosters growth and spiritual development. This ability to support others is not confined to personal interactions, it permeates their engagement with the wider world, where their versatility in teaching shines through. Like the Buddha, who adapted his teachings to the needs and understanding of his listeners, these individuals possess the unique ability to present the Dharma in ways that resonate with people from all walks of life, ensuring that the wisdom of Buddhism remains accessible and relevant. The Dharma Teacher archetype is not merely a role these individuals play, it is the essence of their being, a calling they embody with every breath. Their life's work is the sharing of the Buddha's teachings, a sacred duty they perform with humility and compassion. Through their guidance, they illuminate the path not just for individuals but for the Sangha as a whole, fostering a community of practitioners united in the pursuit of awakening. Their insightful nature allows them to perceive truths that others might overlook, offering perspectives that challenge conventional thinking and encourage deep reflection on the nature of reality. This insightfulness is a gift they generously share, guiding others on their spiritual journeys with the skill and care of a seasoned bodhisattva. The spiritual insight that defines the Dharma teacher archetype emphasizes the importance of this sharing, highlighting how the act of teaching the Dharma is not a one-way transmission but a reciprocal exchange that enriches both teacher and student. For these reliable innovators, the journey as Dharma teachers is marked by a commitment to continuous learning and growth, recognizing that every interaction is an opportunity to deepen their own understanding of the Buddha's teachings. Their lives remind us of the invaluable role of spiritual mentorship and guidance, of the light that the Dharma can shine on the often obscure paths we tread. Through their example, we are encouraged to share our own insights and experiences, contributing to the collective wisdom that binds the Buddhist community together. In doing so, the Dharma teacher embodies the Buddhist principle of interdependence, demonstrating that our individual growth is inextricably linked to the growth of those around us, and that in illuminating the path for others, we ourselves move closer to enlightenment. The Bodhisattva Rebels. Those born on the 14th, 20th, 22nd, and 31st embody the spirit of the Bodhisattva rebel, individuals who challenge conventional wisdom in pursuit of higher truths, much like the historical Buddha who rejected the established religious practices of his time to seek a new path to liberation. These passionate independents are marked by a profound appreciation for solitude and introspection, spaces where their independent spirit flourishes and their deepest insights take shape. Within these personal sanctuaries, they engage in the kind of radical questioning and self-examination that lies at the heart of Buddhist practice. Opinionated and assertive, they carry within them a fierce conviction in the transformative power of the Dharma, unafraid to challenge established norms in their quest for authentic understanding. Their opinions are not formed hastily but are the result of deep contemplation and critical analysis, reminiscent of the Buddha's advice to test the teachings as you would test gold. Their possessiveness over ideas and loved ones intertwines with a deeply compassionate nature, revealing a complexity that mirrors the Buddhist concept of non-duality, where seeming opposites are understood as interdependent aspects of a greater whole. The Bodhisattva rebel archetype serves as a catalyst for transformation and liberation, standing in defiance of ignorance and attachment. They embody the Buddhist principle of going against the stream, not for the sake of rebellion alone, but as a profound expression of their commitment to awakening. Their rebellion is a call to mindfulness, an invitation to question deeply held beliefs and to dismantle the structures of delusion that perpetuate suffering. The spiritual insight guiding the Bodhisattva rebel emphasizes the critical importance of challenging not just external authority but also one's own internal conditioning. It encourages a radical honesty in facing one's own attachments, aversions, and delusions, recognizing that true freedom begins with the courage to confront and transcend the limitations of the conditioned mind. This insight is not a call to anarchic disruption but a profound understanding that genuine change begins within, with the courage to walk the razor's edge of the middle way. For these passionate independents, their path as Bodhisattva rebels is one of engaged Buddhism, actively working to transform both self and society. It is a journey marked by the strength to stand alone when necessary, the vision to see beyond conventional reality, and the heart to act with compassion even in the face of adversity. Through their lives, they teach us the value of questioning deeply, not as an end in itself, but as a means to achieve a higher understanding where wisdom and compassion are not just ideals but lived realities. Their existence challenges us to embrace our own inner rebel, to question our assumptions, to seek truth beyond convention, and to dare to imagine a world transformed by collective awakening. In doing so, the Bodhisattva rebel inspires us to break free from the chains of ignorance and attachment, to forge our own paths to enlightenment, and to contribute to the ongoing evolution of Buddhist thought and practice. The Dharma of Birth Numbers. These reflections on our deepest selves are not mere stories to be passively consumed, but invitations to engage practice. They call us to embrace our complexity, to honor our individual journeys, and to recognize the interconnectedness of all beings. In doing so, we are reminded that our strengths, challenges, and aspirations are not separate from the Dharma, but are the very vehicles through which we can realize our true nature. As we bring this exploration to a close, I encourage you not just to reflect on the archetype that resonates most deeply with you, but to see it as a starting point for deeper inquiry and practice. Share these insights with others, not as fixed truths, but as skillful means for sparking meaningful dialogue and mutual understanding. In sharing, we create opportunities for collective awakening, fostering a sangha of seekers united in the pursuit of wisdom and compassion. Remember that these archetypes, like all phenomena, are empty of inherent existence. They are tools for understanding, not fixed identities to cling to. Use them wisely, with mindfulness and non-attachment, as you continue on your unique path to awakening.